Who are the players that shaped Valorant? Let's talk about that today. By now, it's a little more than 4 years ago that the closed beta of Valorant got released. And in that time, a lot of crazy things happened in the game. Players came up with crazy strategies, completely new Valorant metas, and created Valorant terms we will now never forget. And in this video, I'll talk about some of these legendary Valorant players. This is actually part 2. About a month ago, I also made a video like this. So if you miss anyone, feel free to check that one out after this video. Now sit back, relax, and let's talk about the first creator. For this creator, I want to go back in time a little bit and talk about the fall of Valorant. A little longer than a year ago, Valorant suddenly decreased very hard in popularity. Channels that used to get millions of views now suddenly had a hard time reaching 100k views or higher. Yes, I know, I'm talking about myself over here. But I was not the only one. A lot of Valorant creators were and are still struggling. But my friends, there was one bright spot at the horizon, because there was one guy that was still acing every video. And not without a good reason. This guy, maybe the most well-known Yoru main out there, suddenly appeared in everybody's YouTube feed, each time with the crazy new Yoru strategy, and is one of the core reasons why Valorant is still alive. I think you already know who I'm talking about, right? I'm of course talking about Siptai.
One enemy remaining.
Look at me go.
Siptai is one of those special Valorant players. He's not only good at the game, but he shows that you can also have a lot of fun by doing cool things. He, for example, created a lot of ways to peek in Valorant, like the greedy swing, the moonwalk swing, the Mr. Crab swing, the roulette swing, the flying swing, and a lot more. But on the other side, he also popularized a lot of cool Valorant mechanics. I mean, just look at the clip on the background. What the heck is Siptai doing? This guy is a legend with also a very royal fanbase. Don't think I didn't see all your comments on last video. And you guys are absolutely right. Siptai is one of the players that shaped Valorant. Let's move on and talk about the next player. This next player also made one type of swing very popular. In fact, I think this is the most known peak of whole Valorant. Can you guess about what player I'm talking? I'll give you the answer in a minute, but first I want to help you guys with your future competitive games. Here's the thing, my friends. Did you know that there's a way to get the edge over your enemies even before the game starts? What do you say, MrLowlander? That sounds unfair. But with the sponsor of this video, Valorant Tracker, you are able to do it. When you download Valorant Tracker, you can find tons of statistics about your own account, but also about the accounts of your teammates and enemies. When you hop into a game, you could, for example, see what rank the players in your game are, their kill-death ratio, and with this information, you can make a game plan so you know for what players you have to be careful of. But this, my friends, this is just a small part of the app. Because if you download Valorant Tracker, you can find so many things about your own account, like your accuracy, your win-loss ratio with each agent that you play with. The same for maps. You also have weapon stats, and you can even put these stats on a timeline to see if you are still improving or not. And on top of this, you can also find guides on this app, you can find very detailed match histories, and you even get a nice in-game overlay. So if this got you interested, feel free to download the app with the link in the description. And now comes the best part, it's completely free. So try it out today, my friends. And now let's answer that question: who made that famous swing in Valorant? If you didn't live under a rock, you probably have seen this swing many times. Of course, I was talking about the popping swing. If you're a bit of an older Valorant player, then you must have heard about the popping swing. I think this swing got popular a bit longer than a year ago, and when Poppin made a video about this trick, everybody wanted to try it out. Using this swing is not very hard. The idea of the popping swing is that when you peek something, you peek extremely wide and then you shoot on the enemy. But I hear some people saying, MrLowlander, this popping guy is probably just making clips in bronze, calling it the popping swing, and collect views by making crazy low elo plays. Well, my friends, the reality is very different. One of the reasons why Poppin and the popping swing became so popular, whoa, a lot of peace in that sentence, is because Poppin is an extremely good player. In fact, last month he reached rank 1 in North America. I mean, that's insane, my friends. And the popping swing, did he use it against bronze? No, he used it against pro players like Tarek. Against the one and only Tense.
Is this guy gonna let go of his movie key?
And he even made Shroud say this.
Oh man, the Poppin swing, dude. Poppin swing is so good.
So yes, my friends, Poppin is definitely one of the players that made a significant impact on Valorant. Let's move on and talk about the next player. This next player is someone that literally all the OG Valorant players know about, because this guy might be the most iconic Valorant players from the early beta and the first year of Valorant's release. If you played around that time, you probably have seen this clip.
Revive me, Jet, revive me. Jet, revive me. Jet, revive me. Use your ulti, Jet. Jet, Jet. You can now use your ult, Jet.
I'm of course talking about Lens Arcia, also known as Finest, his in-game name. Back in the early times of Valorant, this clip went viral. In that time, if you hopped into a game and you needed a revive, you don't ask it to Sage, you would always ask for Jet. This popular Valorant meme brought a lot of smiles on people's faces, but sadly, this story had a dark turn because at the age of 21, Lens Arcia passed away. A really sad and tragic story. But in honor of Lens, Riot Games implemented his in-game name, Finest, as a player title, and you could always use the Revive Me Jet graffiti to remember one of the most legendary players of Valorant. Phew, that was a heavy story. So now let's chill out a little bit and talk about one of my favorite Valorant creators. Me and this small little burp go way back. When I was a small little fish and he was just a small little chicken, we contacted each other and together we grew our channels to where we now are. But that's the personal note. This guy is well known for pushing the limits of Valorant content creation. Where most content creators just did Road 2 series or gave guides like me, this creator pushed the limits of Valorant and showed us that this game has more to offer than just competitive. Of course, I'm talking about Eggwick. This guy honestly did crazy things in Valorant. Things like organizing a 100 players tournament with infinite abilities. He created insane game modes like a 1 against 1000 zombies. Valorant but the floor is lava. Made a game mode where it was raining shock darts everywhere. This guy is a genius when creating new and fun things within the limits of the game.
What is that neon doing? Oh, the jukes. Oh, the jukes. Oh, the jukes. Oh, the schmook.
But also this story got a small turn. A little while ago, one of his videos went viral and that video was called Done with Valorant. In that video, he addressed a few problems he had with the game Valorant, like the lack of freedom we have as players in-game to be creative, and I think the reason why it went so viral was because a lot of Valorant players felt the same. If you've been playing this game for a few years, it might get very repetitive and even at some point boring. After this video, Eggwick made a few more fits, but then 4 months ago, without saying anything, Eggwick disappeared. I hope everything is okay with him. All we can do now is hope that the legend returns one day. For this next player, I quickly want to talk about the Valorant agent roles. As we all know, currently there are 4 roles: the duelist, initiators, controllers and sentinels. And the agents within these roles are expected to do what the role says about the agent. The duelists need to enter, initiators help the duelists, controllers shouldn't be pushing in first, but use their util on the right time, and sentinels watch the flanks. But what if you ignore those roles? What if you take a controller and use that controller like a duelist? This, my friends, this is where this next player is famous for. I think it's safe to say that this player is the inventor of the aggressive Omen plays. He started all the way in the Valorant beta and is still going strong. I'm of course talking about Flexinja.
Oh my god, she's on the wall. I barely got out of that.
My days.
Oh my god.
I mean, why would you smoke off A main, right? Playing like that is too boring. It's way more fun to smoke off belt, push in aggressively, teleport inside your own smoke, and kill the enemies with the shotgun. This was an Omen play that I made during the Omen 2 Ascendant series, and this play was heavily inspired by Flexinja's playstyle.
Oh, it worked.
Flexinja showed us that playing a controller shouldn't have to be boring. Instead, you could use the kit of Omen in a completely different way, go for those aggressive Omen plays, and make the controller role way more exciting. And this, my friends, this was the last player of this video. If you think I missed anyone, feel free to check out episode 1. Or of course, write your legend in the comments down below. And maybe I'll find enough legends to make a part 3. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed and I see you guys in the next one. Peace.